Hi everybody, what's up? Kwaku here. Hope you've had a great week so far. I'm bringing you our third video in our Life Words series as we look at the lives of Elijah and Elisha. Two different names. I'm going to be taking you through 2 Kings chapter 2, and we're going to start looking at the life of Elisha now. First two videos we covered Elijah, so if you want to go watch those, go back and watch those. But in this video we're going to cover the start of Elisha's ministry, all the things that he's going to do and some miracles that happen in this passage. So as always, I'm going to share some thoughts and reflections with you around this passage of scripture. So let's dive right in. Now, quick little backstory. Elisha is Elijah's apprentice, kind of like a mentee, and Elijah is a mentor to Elisha. And in the beginning of this passage, we see Elijah and Elisha together, and we are aware of the fact that Elijah is going to be carried off into heaven. And, you know, they're going on a journey, going through different cities, meeting with different prophets. And the funny thing about this in this passage is that we see Elijah ask Elisha several times, hey, I'm going to this place, but I want you to stay here. And Elisha's like, no, I'm coming with you. And it happens several times. And what we see here is almost the testing of Elisha's character. It's pretty much a good window into how we see Elisha is like. You see, Elisha was being mentored by Elijah. He wanted to be like him. He wanted to learn as much as he could from him. So he wanted to be dedicated and follow him wherever he was going to go, whatever he was doing. Elisha wanted to be right next to him. The funny thing is we need to be like this with God in our daily lives, you know, if we want to be somewhere, if we want to achieve something, if we want to become more like Christ, we have to walk alongside him every single day. We have to be dedicated to chase Jesus and chase him in our word, in relationship and in devotion, in everything we do, so that we can become more like him. Now the story moves on. They go to a bunch of different towns and they come to the Jordan River, and we see Elijah part the Jordan River the same way that Moses parted the Red Sea when the Israelites escaped Egypt. Now, they're on the other side of the River Jordan, and Elijah looks to Elisha and asks him, you know, if there's anything you want of me, now is the time to ask. And Elisha simply asks, I want a double portion of your spirit. Now, this is probably like my favorite part of the whole passage for a couple of reasons. One, we see Elisha's humility. You see, he doesn't ask for anything, you know, superficial in this gift. He really could have asked for anything. He could have asked for wisdom. He could have asked, you know, to be super powerful or whatever. But instead he says, I want a double portion of your spirit. You see, even in essence of what Elijah is asking for, in the same way we saw his dedication to following Elijah, you know, to different towns, he's still saying, I want to be like you, and I want to do as great miracles as you can do. And this is a really good image of leadership. If I can just plug it in here right now, you know, you can tell a good leader is someone who wants you to excel and be better than them. A leader wants to elevate the people they're leading, the people they're serving, because the ultimate job of a leader is to help you reach your full potential. And Elisha leans into that by asking for a double portion of Elijah's spirit. And Elijah replies to Elisha saying, hey, the only way you're going to receive this is if you keep your eyes on me when I'm taking up into heaven. Now, this is really interesting as well, because it speaks to paying attention and being focused. You see, a lot of times in our lives, we want things from God. We want God to move. We want God to do stuff, but we're not really focused on him anyway. You know, if we're praying for God to help us through our exams, you know, or help us revise or help us study. I know a lot of you guys have got results day coming up. Are you revising? Are you studying? Are you putting in the work? And are you also spending time with God? You see, we can't just expect to do the bare minimum and expect God to be a genie that, you know, answers our prayers the same way a genie answers wishes. We still have to be willing to do the work. We still have to be willing to be focused on God and on the things that he's called us to take care of. You know, that can be our schoolwork, that can be our family, it can be whatever it is in your life. But we have to make sure we stay focused so we can see God move in those situations and remain devoted to him. Now, story moves on. Elijah is carried off into heaven. It's really epic. Do go and read it for yourself in 2 Kings chapter 2. Now, Elijah's carried up into heaven, but his cloak is left behind. And Elisha picks it up. And he says, where is the Lord God of Elijah? And he strikes the water of the river Jordan and it parts. And Elisha walks through on dry ground. And what it symbolizes is the end of Elijah's ministry and the beginning of Elisha's ministry. You see, Elisha was almost testing, doing some confirmation, seeing that, you know, hey, God, I focused on my master's passing. I focused on him going away. Now, you said if I focused on it and I paid attention to it, you would give me a double portion of his spirit. And this is almost the way of Elisha testing that that's come to pass and that's happened. The thing about Elisha's miracles that we really have to take note of is that none of these miracles are done in Elisha's own strength. You see, the power isn't in Elisha. There's nothing special about Elisha. Elisha is still just a man. It's God's spirit upon him that makes Elijah powerful. It makes him do these miracles. In the same way in our lives, everything we do is because God empowers us to do it. We do nothing in our own strength separate from God. Maybe you want the same. Maybe you need the same. Can I encourage you to pray to God? But can we be bold enough in our prayers? Can we be bold enough in our devotion to stay close to God, to ultimately want to become like Christ so we can also do great things in our lives and for the people around us? Guys, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this Life Words video. We're not going to be doing Life Words Unpacked on Friday. Amy's away on holiday, so we're taking a little break from Life Words Unpacked. But if you do still have questions, drop them in the comment section below. Get in touch with us via our social media and we'll be happy to chat with you. But that's it from me today, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow for our next Life Words video. God bless.